I always like to have you on here, Maddie. I think I've had you a couple of times.
No, this is my first time.
Did I? This is the first time I've had you?
Yes.
Oh, my word.
That's why I was so excited.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another great episode of Badass Agents. So I have here with me Maddie. Maddie, take your last name.
Zavala.
Why do I always have such a hard time
You
with
said
that?
it nicely this time.
I
You
did,
actually
right?
pronounced
Zavala.
it correctly.
Zavala. Maddie Zavala. Anyway, I brought her on here because I think she has such a great, phenomenal story. Now, she has been with us from the very beginning of her real estate career. And so our title is, what was our title?
Starting from the bottom, now we're here.
Now we're here. And I wanted to title that because, well, Madeline was 19 years old when she first got a real estate license. Now, she's been through her ups and downs and some crazy messes, some embarrassments, and so amongst many things. But what's awesome about Maddie is she is 23 years old today. Or not today, but she's 23. And she purchased her first home. So what's kind of neat is now, even though she purchased her first home, the first home she sold and bought were with your parents, right?
Right.
And
it was a couple of transactions before I did my parents, but initially it was like one of the first transactions.
Right. So it's just kind of neat that she fell in love with the real estate game. It's been her passion. And now, I mean, she's 23. So at the time it was like, well, you know, kind of like, why am I paying rent when I can be owning a home kind of deal? So anyway, her passion grew extremely big for real estate. And now she is actually one of our, what you would become in a brokerage?
Top 20.
Top 20. So there you have it. Now, if you are an agent out there that is wanting to make a change and just kind of wanting a different environment, go to our pages, badassagents.com, or do the work. I'm wearing the shirt. Get to know us a little bit and join. Come, fill out the application. It's an Empire Vision application. It's badassagents.com. Click on apply and come get to know us. But anyway, Maddie, tell us about you. So what's going on when you were 19 to 23? I have a ton of questions that I have written down here for you, but first and foremost, let's hear a little bit about you.
Okay, so I did start when I was 19. I started kind of as an assistant to a couple real estate agents because I didn't think that I could just start right off the bat being a real estate agent. It's always like that fear of I'm being too young. I don't know anything. I've never purchased a house, so what would I really know about buying or selling a house? So that was always an insecurity. So I started doing assisting, and as I would assist people, I would think, well, if they could do it, why can't I do it? It's more of like pushing myself to it and overcoming those insecurities.
Yep.
Than, letting those insecurities bottle me up. And
it's been great. You have a lot. Where can people follow you? I know you have a ton of followers already, and you have a lot going on, and I love it. For you to be 19 and come into the real estate game, kind of feeling like I'm way behind the game. You have all these people. What's going to make me different? So Madeline just started kind of growing in her own skin, I guess, building that confidence little by little and through all the mistakes and errors. And it's kind of neat just to watch her growth. And now she's like full blown making all kinds of videos and, just walking her clients. And you can just see the passion behind Maddie in this real estate business. I had posted a picture of us on my page on just how proud I was on the woman she has become because, well, to me, you're 23 now, from 19 to 23, I mean, that's a huge difference.
A huge difference.
Yeah, it really is. And then to be so good at what you do is amazing. And then just to watch the way you handle your clients is even that more amazing. So, Maddie, your first purchase in your home. I have a couple of questions, and these questions actually come from phone calls that we received here at the office, being first-time buyers. And their questions to us, it's like, well, common sense, but they're not common sense questions. They're questions that first-time buyers want to know, or people with bad credit and things like that. And it's kind of, they've always rented, no reason to buy, and now they're either getting married or during this COVID-19, they're going through divorces. Those moms those women out there, they're like, I'm out. I can do this on my own. And you want to purchase on your own. There's so many. And you would be surprised on these questions I'm getting that come through the office on these phone calls. So one of them, first-time buyer, what to expect. First-time buyers. What is someone... let's say it's my first house and I'm asking you, what do I need financially to get started into getting into for my first home?
I would say a lot of people have the misconception that you need to have like $20,000 or $30,000 in the bank account to get into your first home. But there's a lot of things that you could use and utilize, like down payment assistance programs, or even like not doing the 20% down, maybe just doing 3% down. And you don't necessarily have to be entirely financially stable, I guess. Like, you don't have to have a whole bunch of money to purchase a house. It's more, do you have a 40-hour work week? Do you have 2 years of work history? Maybe not at the same job, but do you have a history that's worth of 2 years?
And now, can I still reach you if, let's say, I don't want to purchase now, but in a year from now? In a year from now, my plan is to either leave my parents' house, purchase on my own, or, simply just to get a divorce in a year from this point. And I want to go on my own. Or, a mom or a single parent who is renting and their plans are, I want to save a little bit of money, and 12 months from now, I want to leave and try to purchase a home. Now, should I contact you at that time, or should I contact you now to get ready for the purchase in 12 months that I want to make, let's say?
I always recommend people contact me now, and there'll be people where they'll like my post on Instagram or just comment something on Facebook. And I always tell them oh, come on in, or let's do a over the phone consultation. That way we could speak over what you need to get qualified.
So because you kind of like a plan.
Right. So that way, maybe their credit isn't all the way there. Maybe they need more time in their current employer, things like that, where we could just work on it. And then within 12 months or even sooner, we could get them to qualify. Because I think a lot of people assume, oh, well, I have a 620 credit score, I'm not going to be able to qualify, when the minimum credit score is a 580.
Or I've had a job for so many years, I just don't have any money down.
Right.
That's also a really common, like what you said. Sometimes you don't even need that. Right?
Yeah. So you don't need the $20,000, yeah. And then plus, what if you do want to save? Maybe you want to save for closing costs or other, the inspection, appraisals, things that you need to pay for. Maybe you just want to save a little bit more money before you actually purchase a house.
Got it.
So,
and speaking of that, Maddie, speaking of people reaching out to you, where can they contact you on Instagram, your phone number, and your Facebook?
Sorry, my throat got funny.
I hope that was it, because that's.
I know.
I'm like kind of looking.
I don't have COVID.
I'm kind of looking at you a little awkward. Like, I'm concerned right now. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna turn into a joke right now. I'm looking at you like a little awkward right now.
I was trying to hold it in for so long and I couldn't.
I don't know if I should stuff this paper in your mouth or something, or I'm like, hey, cut the cameras. Cut the cameras.
Okay, well, you could find me on Instagram at Maddie the Realtor. I just did the Sierra CRM, so you could type in my website, madelinezavala.azassociates.com, and you could search up your house. Let's say you saw a house across the street, you type in that address and it pops up. It lets you know what the price is, if it's active, and a lot of other information, honestly. So that's one place you could reach me at. And then, social media platforms, Facebook, Madeline Zavala.
And they can find you. Mm-hmm. You have some awesome stuff going on in your Instagram too. I really like the fact that you're posting featuring the homes. What are they? You have certain houses in there that we're able to see too, or up to list, like the new listings coming up. You post them on there. I've seen on your Instagram. I really like that.
Oh, they're coming soon.
They're coming soon. Yeah. There we go. I couldn't think about it. So And
I direct people to the website too. So if you ever go on my page, you could see the coming soons, and then you click on there, and then you click on my bio, and then the link will pop up and populate all the information about the house.
Awesome. And then they can reach you from there, your phone number and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. I like that. All right. So the other thing was bad credit. Let's talk about that. And I know it's just kind of a little like touchy subject for some people because they're like, I don't really want to talk about my
I have
credit.
no shame in my credit. I mean, I'm human.
And everybody is, so nobody should be ashamed of that. But let's say college student loans. That is huge right now. And I'm getting a lot of those phone calls. And I think I previously had asked an agent, I was on podcast too as well. Student loans, they're huge. I know even a cousin of mine, I set her up and she got into a home and she had really a loaded of like student loans, but they were able to help her pay off other things. And so anyway, there's so many different avenues that the student loans were taken care of. So student loans is huge. What if someone wants to purchase? Now, do they have to complete paying off all student loans? How does that work on credit-wise?
No, and I'll show the example of myself. Like I had student loans, or I have a student loan that I stopped paying for a while. And I had that agreement with the student loan department. I don't know what I could call them, but where they reduced the monthly payment that I had to make. Instead of paying $100, now I pay $70, and it just decreased my debt to income ratios where it's not taking up all my income monthly, and I'm just paying for like basically the minimum. So that's one option. Another option too is like we could communicate with them and see what what payment plan we can make in order to make you qualify for that house. Maybe if you do owe a lot, we could defer it, or just other options really where you're not just stuck paying the student loan for another 12 months.
Got it. That's awesome. And so from 19 to 23, okay. I know this is a question. This is a question also for many out there that I've also run into. From 19 to 23, you were living with your parents and then you moved into an apartment, or you were always living in an apartment?
I lived in apartments since I was 20.
Okay.
And then before that with friends and family.
Friends and family. So when did you realize, at one point, until you got into the real estate game, did you realize, holy smokes, I am flushing money down the toilet every time you paid rent?
That was actually, like, I think in the beginning of the year of 2020 or the end of last year, I signed up for a new lease at a different apartment complex, and I was looking at like the fee sheet and everything, and I'm like, I'm literally paying them as much as I would as other clients of mine that were paying for their mortgage. And because of interest rates being low and all that stuff, it was more affordable to actually buy a house than to rent a house or rent a 700 square feet apartment.
Right.
So it was like night and day. Like it wasn't a deep question that I asked myself. It was like, why am I not doing
Why
it?
am I not doing that? It's a smart thing to do. And I do like to point this out, not for you gentlemen, but Maddie is single. Maddie is young, and she has no children. And they know ring on their finger.
This is going to turn into like a dating.
This is not a dating site, strictly real estate. So I just want to point that out there.
She likes long walks on the beach.
She likes long walks. And now she owns a home. But that actually is my point. Single, no children, 23, business owner, and amongst other things.
It's going to be really hard for me to find a man.
It's going to be hard. Independent woman, and she's alpha. So good luck to you gentlemen who are going to try to reach her. She might hang up on you. But my point going with that is you're young. You're extremely young, 23 years old. And you're making it happen on your own, and you're a business owner, and you found a passion in real estate, and nothing stopped you. Even though you've gone through some rough patches, and I've known you since you were 19, and you started this business, and I've even been there when you're in my office in tears, like, I don't think this is going to be for me kind of deal. And it's like, I didn't really say anything to you other than just you kind of answered your own questions, walked yourself through it to understand that this is part of the game, and this is what it takes to be a business owner.
Right.
So what's awesome about that, and the reason why I'm saying this is because it can happen for you women out there who are young, single, or even in a situation and you have a child and you're living in an apartment or you think you can't make it happen. Sit down with Madeline. Sit down so she can put you on a plan. It can be a 12-month plan. It can be a 2-year plan. But sit down and start a plan, because you don't want to wait until you decide now's the time. Because when you decide now's the time, it might not even be the time, because you're going to be so behind of like, shoot, I should have taken care of all this 12 months ago. I was actually paying the wrong bill that was really affecting me is the one I should have been paying. So there's a lot of things that you cannot do on your own if you don't have that professional opinion, if you don't have the person who actually knows what they're doing. Have them put you on a plan so you can get out from renting and start owning something on your own. And the reason why I brought Madeline in here is because she's young, because she's 23. She started making it happen at 19, and she's phenomenal at what she does. And that's why I brought her here, that it is possible. It is possible. And so, yes, she's single, but she's not ready to mingle.
I think it's funny that you bring that up, because a lot of my clients, for some reason, are women more than men, and it's typically that they're single mothers or young mothers, just in general, like women that are younger, and I guess similar to my situation as well, and it's just who I get along with more. So I see that, and I just see that it's not impossible to purchase your own house or have your own things, buy your furniture, your car, and all those stuff by yourself. So it's not like a I hate men type thing.
Oh, no,
but
no,
it's not. But it's also like,
I would just like to clarify that this is not that kind of show. We love men.
But it's just that you could do everything on your own as an independent woman, and I think that it's often misconcepted that we could. Or we have that idea of I need to get married and I need to have my life settled in order to buy a house, which it's not. I mean, we don't live in the 1950s anymore. It's not.
Or not even, it's not even that. It's just a lot of women out there, too, have always question, like, and I'm not trying to make a joke of this. I've been married for, I don't know, 18, 20 years. I don't know. I lost it. I feel like I'm on my honeymoon. Like, that's how long it's been. I've known my hubby. But it's kind of neat because there is a lot of people out there that are wanting to get out of that relationship. And it's like, can I make this on my own? And they'll still have a job, but they're always putting two incomes together. It's like, no, there's a lot of things that can happen on your own. There's a lot of things that may you be young or just wanting to go through that, time in your life that you're pretty much, can I do this on my own? So I don't want to bring the marriage into it because it's not. Right. But there is so much out there, so many questions that are going unanswered because of, like, I'm embarrassed, ashamed. Can I do it on my own? So yeah, anything is possible. And yeah, you can do it on your own. You just have to get on a plan and reach out to a professional. And in this case, I want you to reach out to Maddie. She can make it happen for you. So once again, tell us your website. And if you're comfortable, give us your phone number.
Phone number 602-703-4139. I don't think I'll get calls. People typically just go through Instagram. So Instagram is Maddie the Realtor, and Facebook Madeline Zavala.
Cool. And your website?
MadelineZavala.azyassociates.com.
There you have it. That's how you can reach out to her. Adriana, she said, love this segment. I'm 22 myself and hope to be a homeowner in the near future and continue to learn and grow into the person I want to be. Well, Adriana, this is the hope. The hope, yes. But if you find out what needs to be done now, maybe you can be in 12 months from now. And that's the question. Everybody's always saying, I want to be a homeowner. I get it, but don't wait till the last minute to figure out what needs to be done. Get on a plan now to find out where that can take you in 12 or 24 months from this point, right?
Yeah, and Adriana, I will also say, buying a house at 22, I didn't buy my dream house. I basically bought an investment home that I could probably invest in the future or rent in the future. So it's not like buying a house at 22, it's not a hope. It's more of let's get it done. Let's build that residual income. That way, in the future, you could buy your bigger house and things like that.
I love it. She said that is not her dream home. And it definitely isn't. But for right now, it is an investment.
Oh, sorry.
No,
and I also think at 22, it is definitely possible. I've seen people at 20 years old buy their house.
Yep.
So it's not I'm definitely not the first 23-year-old that bought their house.
No, I think I was 22 when I bought mine. I think I was 22 going into 23. I was fairly young as well. I moved into my second one, into a bigger one by the time I was 24. So, and then in a bigger one. So I just kept going because I just enjoyed it so much. And now I own real estate. But yeah, it started into more of an investment. And now we have a portfolio. But that's exactly where it starts. So don't use the word in hopes. It's what am I going to do now to start planning for 12 months from this point?
And you could always contact me.
That's right. Contact Madeline. She will set you up into that plan. So she knows all the right people. Not only that, you definitely want to work with someone that is going to, I don't know, you're going to feel that energy, speak your language almost. I can't work with people that I don't know, I don't feel their energy. So you definitely want to find that agent. And that's one of the reasons why I brought in Maddie, only because I'm so glad that you came on here. You're 22. Madeline is fairly young, and she knows her stuff. She definitely knows her stuff. She knows her people. She's well connected. So I just totally enjoy it. And I adore Maddie on so many levels because she is just a badass woman. So it's pretty cool. You'll see me taking a lot of selfies with her. I'm just so proud. I'm so proud of her. I'm proud of that generation. It's incredible just to see you guys. Like, I'm having it all.
We have a couple people in our brokerage.
Yeah,
too,
that started when they were 19.
Yeah.
And if you are that agent or just an agent that's wanting to make that change, go to badassagents.com and fill out that Empire Vision application. Come get to know us. You'll meet with AZ Araujo or myself. And we'll tell you a little bit more about the programs that we have. It's, agents who want to make that change or new agents. We have so many programs and a process that's set up here for you. If you want to get to know a little bit more about us, go to dothework.com. And there's so many phenomenal stories about AZ and I, and the testimonials are in there and in Badass Agents as well. So Madeline, we're going to leave off with, I know I've asked you this multiple times, but your website again.
Oh, MadelineZavala.azandassociates.com.
There you have it.
Yep.
Anything else you want to leave with?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I did. It was fun. I always like to have you on here, Maddie. I think I've had you a couple of times.
No, this is my first time.
This is the first time I've had you?
Yes.
Oh my word!
That's why I was so excited.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you on here too. You see how the energy worked? Just worked. I like that. I love it. I thought I'd had you several times on here.
No, I've only been here today. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, if you don't know, I actually am Maddie's personal trainer as well.
Yeah. I bothered her all week to have me.
So it's really neat. And if you're interested in that, go to dothework.com and find out more information on that, or shoot me an email, carla@dothework.com, if you're interested in that. So it's just kind of neat. We run so many things here at the brokerage that we keep you on your toes. That's for sure. Don't we, Maddie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's for sure. It's fun and exciting here because that's what it should be about. Life is fun and exciting because I tell you what, real estate can eat you up and spit you out. So it's a beautiful game if you enjoy what you do, in which you do, Madeline.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun. Anyway, thank you for coming on here, Maddie, I guess for the first time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to do more of these.
Yeah.
Well,
anytime, Carla.
Anytime, yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And again, if you are interested in the brokerage, go to badassagents.com to fill out that application, and we'll give you a call. See you later. Bye.
Bye.